This free video is brought to you by the Team Topologies Academy. Our goal is to help organizations become more effective and more humane. If you find this video helpful, we would love for you to check out and recommend our Academy content. In theory, any platform only gets created because it will provide value to its customers, allowing them to build something on top of the platform without having to worry about its internals. For market-facing platforms, either commercial or open source, where success strongly depends on customer adoption, it's typically easier to understand their value proposition. An explicit value proposition is a statement identifying clear, demonstrable benefits consumers get when buying a particular product. It's what differentiates one's product from the alternatives, how it solves a given problem or customer need better than the competition. Think about WordPress, for example. Their value proposition is extremely clear. The simplest way to create a functional, well-designed website without any coding knowledge. So we need the same level of clarity for internal platforms in an organization. Partially because we need to be able to sell the platform, to inform teams about its value, but also to give us some high-level boundaries on what we should or shouldn't be building or providing in the platform, at least within a given time frame. Over time, the value proposition might change, and that's okay. The term value proposition has been around for a long time, since it was coined by Michael Lanning back in the 80s. There are a number of techniques to help us come up with a reasonable value proposition that we can put to the test. In particular, the value proposition canvas covers key aspects to consider when designing the platform from the customer point of view. How does the experience of using the product, plus its functionality and benefits, address the needs and wants of the customer while reducing their fears? The canvas helps to keep the value proposition real by digging into these aspects, rather than just producing a lofty message that has little substance, like the platform will make life better for all engineers in the company. For example, the team responsible for application infrastructure at the Norwegian Labour and Welfare Administration Agency clearly and publicly lays out the value of their services in terms of increased deployment frequency, with data to back it up. Note that details about the how, which procedures to follow, and the what, which tooling and interfaces, are not included in the value proposition. In fact, the how and the what might change over time without necessarily affecting the value the service provides. Camille Fournier, head of platform engineering at 2 Sigma, says that great platform teams can tell a story about what they have built, what they are building, and why these products made the overall engineering team more effective. In other words, what makes the platform a compelling product? The generic value proposition for internal platforms is to grow organizational capabilities and accelerate teams via self-service experience, as well as adequate documentation and support. But how exactly does it do this is the question we need to answer with a clear value proposition. Finally, consistently growing organizational capabilities requires long-term business vision. It can't be based on project-driven funding. Establishing solid platform engineering that accelerates teams working in modern software delivery and operations requires long-term funding.